Trying to give
Ryan Burger on the mic.
Bum, 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 bum. Hi everyone, welcome to the podcast. I'm joined by Adam, Stephen, Colin, and myself, Nathan. So we're going to talk about tomorrow's event, the PlayStation reveal. Quite exciting. As gamers ourselves, we're going to be looking at actual gameplay, not the Xbox One, the actual gameplay of the next gen consoles. So what do you guys think? Are you guys looking forward to it? What is it you're looking forward to, Stephen?
I don't know, more or less like the design of it.
Oh,
It's like they're not showing anything of it.
Yeah, I think we're so like looking forward to the games. We'd not even actually seen the design of the PlayStation yet.
Well,
What do you guys feel about that?
From like the videos and I feel like the pad is going to be the console itself because that's all we've bloody seen.
Well, we
I'd
have
like that.
we have seen it before. Like Colin said, like the Wii U. Like the Wii U was shown before the actual console, and now that the Wii U's come and done, we know why. Because obviously it was the pad that was the more interesting part of the console. But yeah, Colin, you are right. Like, what do you think?
I think the actual machine itself, like what it looks like, isn't going to matter. Like, because you don't really you use the pad every day, but you don't actually use the machine. So, hopefully, I'd like it to be small, but I don't think it will be.
Smaller, better.
Yeah, I think it's going to be massive.
Yeah.
I completely disagree, Colin.
Yeah.
Straight out the bat, boom, done. I think the design of it's important, you know. I think it look, yeah. Like, when have we ever seen like the shittest design console? For me, probably the worst looking console is probably the Wii U. Now, I'm not saying that was the reason it fell apart, but I think
that's another podcast.
Console. And like, is it going to be able? Are you going to be able to stand it vertically? Is it going to be lay flat horizontally? Is it even going to be a fucking rectangle, or is it going to be a cube or a triangle or what?
Is it going to sound like a plane?
Yeah.
They've actually confirmed that. They actually gone out of the way. Normally, like companies like this, they won't even mention
acknowledge
that it makes so much noise, but it's actually going to be quiet. And obviously, we've heard it's got like 6 fans in the system anyway.
I reckon it could have like a cooling system in it.
Oh yeah, apparently the PlayStation and the Xbox. Yeah, I don't know about the Xbox, but I know the PlayStation's got like 6 fans in its own. So that's going to be cooling down. But yeah, they have gone on record that it will be quieter. I mean, but this, of course they're going to say that. But I wanted to ask Azim, what was it about the Wii U console itself that you didn't like? I mean, we won't go too far into it, but...
Well, it was that I didn't like the material it was made from, that reflective shit, because you got a little scratch or a scuff on it.
White.
It was just... Yeah. Well, mine was black, but still, any sort of scuff on it at all.
I thought it looked like a cheap plastic, like like an Etch-a-Sketch or something.
Yeah.
Anything.
The pad, yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I'd like the PS5 to be about the size of the original Wii. Look nice, like with the.
Like, I'll be honest, my take on it is that as long as it's not ridiculously big, you know what I mean? Like, as long as it's not like
the first Xbox.
Yeah. I mean, even if it came to that size, I could live with it. Like, after about a month of playing with it, or it being on the shelf, or where is I'm going to pull it, you just kind of forget about the console itself. After like a month of playing a certain console, you just kind of forget, and it kind of just becomes not that important. Like with the new Xbox, the Xbox Series X, it looks like a cube. It doesn't even look anything special.
It looks ridiculous.
But to me, it looks fine to me. Like, I gotta admit, it's a box, and I'm sure you could put things in there. But I do get it, though. Obviously, it's going to be part of your furniture at some point. But have you guys seen the actual, it was a leaked photo. It wasn't even a leaked photo, but it's the Project PlayStation 5 they're using right now. It's like the V-shaped console. Have you seen it? That's not the one that's going to be released for the, retail. But it will look similar to that. People are saying that it will still have a V shape. What do you guys think of that?
The boomerang Struven.
Yeah.
I think that prototype design was terrible. I can see they've got about 50 fans in the actual fucking console. They got so many grills around it, the inside and outside. But it also looks like it's got some sort of digital screen on the front of it.
I've just had a thought. They could bring out 2 actual designs, and one of them without a disk drive, because of the amount of people who just download games now.
Well, the Xbox have done that, haven't they?
Yeah, but I think that brings us on to like launch titles. This is what's going to sell it. The design is, obviously that's preference. It's going to become your furniture. You want it to look nice in your house, but it comes down to the games, and we're not going to know what's going to come in the next year or so. But what do you guys think about the launch titles? What launch title would you guys like to see? Obviously, it's rumored to be 550 plus. What game would make you buy a console for £500?
I don't think it'll happen, but GTA
Yeah,
6.
of course. Yeah. So you're
Yeah,
looking for a landmark game, yeah.
Yeah.
You need that big
But
game. But in terms of
they'll-
exclusive, though, is there any? Because PlayStation are like they have got the best exclusive, hands down. Is there any PlayStation exclusive that will make you want to buy it?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
When has Sony ever had a really good release like lineup of games though?
No, they haven't.
Yeah.
But I mean that always happens every cycle. But I mean, you got to remember, like Xbox are coming, and I've not played Halo for a long time, but I do like it. It's a good series. That's a big game, Like people will pick up that. But do you guys not think Sony are gonna have that big game
Yeah.
that's gonna compete with it?
It'll be Horizon.
Yeah, you think so? I was gonna say that Horizon 2. It's been cooking for a long time. We've not seen anything off it. Be a great time.
I think Horizon 2 is like a given. It's going to be a launch title.
I disagree. I don't think it will. I think
Really?
it'll be maybe early next year or sometime next year, but I don't think it'll be a launch title. I think what I'd be interested to see is a new Sucker Punch game, a new Infamous, or something
that's a
spin-off
Batman.
from that.
Sucker Punch making that big IP game, the samurai one.
Oh,
What
Ghost of
was it?
Tsushima.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Isn't that Sucker Punch?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
that
was
is.
it?
That is
Oh,
Sucker Punch
Yeah,
Studios,
that's
isn't it?
coming out. That's coming
Sure
out
it
next.
is.
That's coming out same day as Paper Mario. Actually, that's coming out next month. So I don't think it'll be them. I think they're way too busy with that game because that's a big game. That.
Yeah, they've not split the studio either. One
No.
thing I've seen, one of the games that I have seen that they're expecting to get announced, or I think it has been. Not has been, but will be, is Outriders.
Right.
Have you guys heard of it?
I've heard of it.
It looks really good. It's the developers are called People Can Fly, and the guys who made Bulletstorm,
Yeah.
and Gears of War Judgment, and it's meant to be like I think a chest kind of high cover shooter, so maybe similar to Gears of War, and I think if they can pull that off, especially as like a Sony exclusive, pooh,
Yeah.
they will really eat into what Xbox has. Because the potential that
They've
Xbox
not really
has,
got anything.
well, but yeah, apart from like Halo, to my mind right now, I can't think of any other massive games, Halo, Gears of War, that Xbox have. And if Sony can do it better, then they're going to be screwed.
Yeah, it's the one thing Sony don't have is like first party shooter out there.
Well,
they got like Last of Us and Uncharted and stuff. But if you don't know if you class.
They're like, I wouldn't call them third person shooters. I call them like, I don't even know what to call them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, they got a lot of other puzzles.
I mean, like a straight up shooter.
Yeah.
Isn't one of the launch games called Godfall meant to be like a looter shooter? PS5?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah. Do you think that would be a launch?
I don't know. It could be.
Because the last time we saw that was at the Game Awards, which was it December, and they shown like a cinematic CGI trailer, which normally means it is so far in development, and it's so far not in development. It's going to take a while. But go on, Steven. What about you? What game would you be hoping for, or what game do you think will show up?
I think that it won't be on launch, but I think we show a teaser of God of War 2.
Right, that's a good call.
I think that'd be and hopefully something like, like another Spider-Man game or something in the future.
Oh yeah.
That game was awesome. I thought it's just shame it went longer.
Yeah. But what do you guys think? I honestly think they're gonna release, gonna launch with a Ratchet and Clank game.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd really love that. I think that'd be really awesome.
Because it's like a nice safe bet, right? Like, I mean, we've not had a Ratchet and Clank game for about 2-3 years. I can't remember the last time I played.
It was 4 years ago.
4 years. 4 years
ago. The only thing with that isn't that Insomniac? And didn't they make Spider-Man? No, I think it's still going.
I'm thinking of someone else. I think they made Spider-Man.
So I don't know how they would split it across. Because there has to be a Spider-Man 2 in development right now. Like,
Yeah.
if it's saying it's the best-selling game, I don't know if there's been any DLC for it. Has there?
But
to Spider-Man, yeah, but it's come and gone. Like,
Yeah. So I think if you're gonna focus on anything, I think they'll be focusing on Spider-Man rather than Ratchet.
yeah, sure.
I think for another launch title, it's not something that any of us are really interested in. But Gran Turismo,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I think that'd definitely
there
be
hasn't
one.
been a Gran Turismo game in years.
See, I'd be quite confident to say that won't be one. Not because I definitely think they see it as a high game, and it is. It's a good selling game. A lot of people know the name. But have you noticed with Gran Turismo's, they take so long to come out and they delay it. So they delayed. I can't remember I can't remember what are we on now. Gran Turismo 5 is it or 6?
There
They
hasn't been
delayed.
one on the PS4,
Was that
has
not
there?
on? Was
Yeah,
that a launch title for PS4?
Yeah, I think Gran Turismo 6 wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
Because they're not just showing the games they want you to buy or play or whatever. They want to show these next gen graphics. With this PlayStation 5, I've heard loads of like good feedback from a lot of different like YouTubers or whatever it is you watch. That this is meant to be a beast. The same with the Xbox as well. This is meant to be a beast, and they're gonna want to show these next gen graphics. And like you said, Gran Turismo it's gonna show it in the best way it possibly can. I think.
Yeah,
I can't think of
they're
a better
always
game.
like the highest level graphics, like for the machine.
I think
Xbox does it all the time with Forza, don't they?
Forza,
That's
yeah.
how
Yeah,
it
Forza's
shows.
a big one.
Yeah, they always produce. I think it's a good idea just to bring it out and then like, oh, here's our graphics and here's our game, blah blah blah. Anyway, but yeah, let's move on to like what do you think about the PlayStation in terms of streaming service? Like, I know they got the PlayStation Now. Do you think they're gonna just re-scrap that, or just continue PlayStation Now, or do you think they're even gonna improve on it? Because in the way I see it is, the way Xboxers are trying to compete with them is the Game Pass. They don't have the exclusive like the PlayStation do, but at the same time, Sony, do they really need like a Game Pass service when they got such? Because let's be honest, like what is it? Last of Us 2 comes out in like 2 weeks, maybe a bit less. I'm buying at full price anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like their exclusives are so good. Do they even need a subscription service? You know what I mean?
I don't think they do, but if they do make PlayStation Now as good as Game Pass,
Yeah.
Xbox is dead.
Sony will eventually need to do one. Like with Xbox now, it's like one's the jack of all trades and master of none, whereas Sony is the master of exclusives. And really, to be fair, I think they treat the customers pretty poorly when you consider stuff like PS Plus and the games you get on that compared to what they used to be like on the PS3.
Yeah.
It's funny though because they're terrible.
You used to get 4 games a month.
Yeah, and they used to be. Some of them would be like 3-4 months old. Even more recent than that. And like Xbox, you can do your exclusives, but I think that's only to a certain extent, especially if you're looking to appeal to more casual gamers and a wider audience. You can't focus on exclusives because things like GTA, things like COD, things like FIFA, things like not Gran Turismo, but you know what I mean. There's games across the board which will outsell Fortnite, which will outsell any other exclusives by far. So if Sony stick with the way they're doing it, then I think they'll be eventually they will have to change the subscription service if Xbox keep it up.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that. It's because when you think of Game Pass or PlayStation Now or whatever it is, whichever one you play on, if at all, is you think of the first party exclusives, like you think of the Gears of War. Oh my God, I can download Gears of War 5 for free, blah blah blah. But it's not really just about that. Is you get so much third party like games on there. In a way, it's like if you to a lot of casual gamers. They're not going to buy all the a lot of people, they don't buy games day one, no, like a lot of us do. Like they will wait. It's like I remember Hitman came out on Game Pass like a year later, but it's still relatively new.
The indie games are what would sell it to me.
Yeah, and that's what they're looking for. They'll try and hit every areas.
Yeah, because there's just so many indie games like that are really good.
Well, this is actually quite interesting because you and Steven don't actually have an Xbox, which is fair enough, but you don't have the Game Pass. Like, is there anything from your side of like point of view, like, is there anything that makes you want to get an Xbox because of the streaming service Game Pass?
No.
Yes.
Is it not good enough?
Gears.
For me, I wouldn't like. I'd play a game and try and finish it. I wouldn't play like 10 games, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think you're overlooking the indie side of it, and I'm surprised to hear you say that, Colin, because I thought you liked it for that side of it.
If it's as big as Caesar's saying it is, that's really good, and that would make me think I wouldn't get an Xbox for it, but because I think the exclusives on PlayStation are just better, and I can get those indie games. If I want that one game, I'll get it.
Yeah. No, I do get that. So go on, Adam.
Speaking of indie games, then, what do we reckon about PlayStation Dreams? Is that going to be smashing it on PS5?
You're trolling me now.
Yeah, you can cut this part of the video. I think a few of the like launch titles might be free to play. You know, like your battle royales and stuff. It might be a completely new one. And stuff
I
to
think
get people attached to it.
Like you brought up battle royales there. I reckon Sony might have their own first-party battle royale.
Okay,
like an all-stars type thing.
Yeah.
Go on, sell it. So Colin, I'm your customer. You're Sony. Sell it to me now.
I'll take 5 copies right now, Colin.
I'm not taking any copies until I hear about it.
Well, basically, it'll be like Fortnite, but it'll like include characters which Sony own. So like Nathan Drake, whoever else, Kratos maybe. They're like the skins or whatever, and you drop into maps from different games.
How are you not buying this, Nathan?
Because I'm not sold at all. I don't think Sony have 100 characters worth of like shooting.
You don't need 100 characters. You only need 10.
Oh yeah, 10 player
like
Apex. Apex is 60 players, huh?
No, 10 characters to
characters.
Pick from,
Okay.
Four characters per team. So,
I mean, all you're saying to me is, I mean, hopefully, Epic Games, if they watch this, if they listen to this podcast, they're just literally going to just try their best to get these skins now.
Well,
that's all it seems like. That's all you done is just like gave the skins. You said there's a game that looks like Fortnite, plays like Fortnite, and you get to play Nathan Drake.
It's a Sony exclusive, and it's better than any of them. It's the best.
I'm backing this, Colin. I've got it in my mind, and I see it playing out in front of me. And I hadn't heard of this from before 2 minutes ago.
I've just made it up.
I'm seeing Kratos fucking chaining Nathan Drake around the head while he's calling Sully in for reinforcements while he's playing on. I don't know. Some Sony.
Do you know what I'm seeing right now? Do you know what I'm seeing right now from used to advertising this game to me? No Man's Sky. I'm seeing like breathtaking ideas, and like I can imagine you showing me this game in one of those hide the gameplay cinematic trailers, and then when the game comes out, you seen that one with the Jurassic Park music? It's like and then when I see the gameplay, anyway, should we get back to the PlayStation event?
Well, I think Collins and Stephen both onto really good points there. I think Battle Royale game is something that might be introduced at the conference tomorrow.
If it did another PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, but actually did it properly.
I mean, yeah, that's a good shout. I mean, I think that would be a good, like I said, I think all these launch titles we've said before, and even if they do announce another All-Star game, I think that'll do really well as well. Obviously, they got a lot more exclusives than they did the first time around they made the first game. Do you think we're going to see, we've got to see, the next steps in terms of, because, streaming and sharing and editing videos, sharing videos, streaming live, they're trying to make it more open for nowadays people to do it. I know the Xbox, they've got their mixer, which is kind of hand in hand with the Xbox console. I mean, no, you're not going to know the wrestler, but you guys know AJ Styles. He constantly streams on Mixer. And he obviously, because he loves his Xbox, do you not think that Sony are gonna do a more easier way to stream and kind of edit videos or save videos or share videos?
You can do that, can't you? You can stream straight to Switch.
It's not great though.
Yeah, you can. But I'm just thinking because when when the PlayStation 4 came out, obviously streaming's big, but it's gotten insanely big now. If you like, look at even like me, Stephen, even you, Adam. We constantly just editing videos and post them on YouTube. I mean, they're just small videos for a bit of laugh, nothing too serious. But I never would have done that with a previous console. I hate doing it on the Xbox One.
I reckon they'll have a video editor, like a really sick video editor.
I hope
they'll
so.
need one. I think they'll need one in order to compete. And you're right, Nathan. Like 7 years ago when it came out, like online gaming wasn't really anywhere near what it is now. And they're gonna have to do something better than Share Factory, because as good as it is, it's pretty shit. And I think there's gonna need to be more multimedia kind of support with the PS5 as well on that point, because like
you can add music or something.
Yeah, but you can do it from your phone through Wi-Fi or through Bluetooth, rather than having to get a USB onto a hard drive, an external hard drive, plugging it in, and then going into your storage and then doing it that way. Like
That'd
I think
wicked.
There needs to be like if you can, do you know when you can do that the throw thing where you throw your phone at the TV and it breaks?
Where you cast it, yeah.
Cast it, yeah, that's it. But something like that with your PS5, where you can just send images over, or you can, that I think more interaction with tablets and phones will be good.
Yeah, if they brought like a video editing app.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Yeah, they definitely can do that. Yeah, I mean, we will see tomorrow, I guess. This is something that I want to talk about. It's kind of a bit boring, if you think of it, but it's actually, I find it so interesting. It's the PlayStation UI menu. Like, what do you guys think?
I was going to say this.
Yeah.
Like, they've had the same one, even on the PS Vita and the PSP and the PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. They've had the similar, like, menus. It's very simple, very effective. I mean, I like it. I mean, I don't know if I want to see it go, but I want to see something different at the same time. But
I'll give different options.
360 blades back.
No.
No. I think that was a genuine suggestion, that, Colin.
I like the blades.
No.
Oh, no.
They need to fix a PS store, man. That's what frustrates me. I don't know if you have similar issues, but that takes ages to load up. It's like, I want to buy something. I want to give you money. And I can't even access it or something. It's like,
it's hard to navigate as well, I think.
From what we've been hearing is basically, it's like you can have like tabs on the PlayStation, and it's the same with the Xbox as well. You can literally have like 5 games open, and then if you want to switch between the 5 games, or even like the PlayStation Shop, if that's one of your tabs, it literally takes like a second and it just carries on.
On the UI, then, what do you guys reckon to the social media thing? Like, I don't know. To be honest with you, I never use it, but like joining communities and stuff, I joined an Apex community and I joined a GTA community ages ago, and I get notifications and I'm like, oh, one of my 3 friends has messaged me or something, inviting me to play a game, and it'll say new post in this thing, and I'm just like, what? I don't use them.
No,
I suppose they're good for solo players who want to play online to meet up with other players. But have you guys ever used the PS4's one?
No.
Do you think
it's really off-putting? It's really off-putting to me. Like, my idea, like what I was going to say about this, is, I think with Xbox obviously having their own streaming service, trying to compete with Twitch with the Mixer. Obviously, they got the Ninja, they got the Stroud. I'm sure they're going to get other big streamers. But what about if Sony actually announced that they're partnering up with Twitch?
Oh wow, that would be
got that Amazon. That'd be massive.
It'll be. Why Stadia should call me to why Stadia?
No, I got confused. I thought in my head I thought you said Google calling.
No, I just listened and I heard Stadia. It took me a second on that. Like, what?
You paid me to say that. I just got $2 for saying that.
Adam's wearing the shirt now.
I need to drop it in another.
And he's on stream.
No, but honestly, what would you guys say? If they were talking about the social aspects and how they can improve it, and they actually told us that they're teaming up with Twitch, and so say I go on my Street Fighter 5, it will show the big Daigo, for instance. It will show like, oh, Daigo's streaming right now, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And if you want to click it, it takes you straight to the streaming.
I think that'd be a sick idea. Like that.
I think that's a game changer.
Like if you play in the game even and you like this person's popped up and you're like, oh shit, right, okay,
Yeah.
back out the game and watch them. Like I think
So,
right.
So it's like say I come online on the PlayStation, it pops up saying Colin's online. But if Daigo's streaming, it'll say Daigo's streaming, and then you just jump into the stream.
If you want to like follow that, yeah.
You can choose. You can like put a list of favorites.
Yeah, because it's good anyway. It's like Adam. I mean, I want to see your opinion on this. Obviously, you got kids that play Fortnite, like even right now. Like I don't know what streamers they watch or stuff like that. But if they were playing Fortnite and it popped up, Ninja is streaming right now. Would it be something that they were like, okay, I'm gonna stop playing and watch him?
No, but that's only because they don't really watch streamers. They watch YouTubers. They don't watch people streaming. But if it said this person's just uploaded a new video, then they would. It's likely they would drop what they're doing and watch that video. Because to them, that's like a new episode of Game of Thrones.
It'd be good if they could implement the YouTube side of things as much as the Twitch, like you said, because not everyone's going to watch streamers. They like to watch the YouTube channels instead.
Yeah, like have a notification for it.
Yeah. Well, we've kind of talked about it before, but what do you guys think about the price? Do you think it will be 500 or 450 or even less? And will you be willing to pay?
Are they announcing it tomorrow?
You gotta assume they will, but
I
they are
don't
playing
know.
a big game
I
of
don't
chicken
think they
with
will.
Xbox. Yeah,
I think they're going to play chicken.
I'm with Stephen though. I don't, and I've spoken to Stephen about this before. Like if it comes out, if it's 500 plus, no, that's me out. If it's 400, then it's gonna be much more likely that I'd pay it. But that price tag of £500, £500, and what's that in dollars? Like $700, $600, something like that. I think they're gonna struggle because they're gonna look like, with everything that Sony do at the minute, they're gonna look like them an elite kind of stuck up their own ass games company, but they focus on their exclusives. They don't give back to the customers, and they charge you a shitload of money for the kind of privilege of it. I think Xbox could apply to a lower market, a lower income gaming market.
That's what killed the PS3 initially, wasn't it?
But so is there nothing that would convince you guys really to buy a console for 500? I mean, we'll see it tomorrow when they show the console off on the games. But are you guys kind of like, it will take a lot for them to convince you?
Yeah.
To be honest, regardless of the price, I won't get it for at least a year.
Yeah, I get that.
Because I want the games to build up, so I've actually got a choice of games.
Yeah,
For me, it's like if any faults happen with a console, like the way the 360 was with the red ring all over that. I'm literally going to wait a year for that reason.
Those first people who buy it are the ones who get all the issues.
Oh, what do you guys think of the very strong rumors is that it's going to have limited stock, and that's why it's so we're talking 500. You guys are saying no to 500, but it could be £600.
They're going to use like Nintendo tactics. Do you mean?
Go on. What do you mean by that?
Where you have like the short stocks and everyone wants it.
Yeah. So you guys won't be willing to pay 500 to 600 at the moment for PlayStation 5?
No.
I want to talk about the date because I've been thinking for a long time now that this console is getting delayed. It's not coming out this year.
It will be.
It's maybe coming out next year, isn't it? I thought it was like January.
No,
it'll be November.
Fall. Yeah.
It'll be November.
I reckon it'll be next year as well.
I think it'd be December 23rd.
No, I think
if that gets revealed tomorrow, you can come back to me.
Fiver on that.
Yeah, that's a hard.
See about like somewhere like Thanksgiving or something. I don't know.
No. So, but you are saying though, it's gonna come out this year though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be limited, it's like stock and that. It's like, what have we got to lose on? It's limited anyway.
You got to remember the factories that are making it. This with everything that's going on right now. That's the reason why it's getting delayed, or that's the reason why they're doing limited stock. The Xboxes, they lost this war a long time ago. They have been working on this Xbox for a lot longer in my eyes. Obviously that's speculation. We'll never know the truth, but I honestly think it's going to get delayed until next year. I'm not 100% on that though. Obviously it's really early just to guess that. But what about you, Adam? Do you think it's coming out this year?
Well, the only, I think I'm right in saying this, the only PlayStation not to be released towards the end of the year was the PS2. So the PS1, the PS3, and the PS4 were all released either November or December, I think. And I don't see why, even with everything going on, I don't see why they would change that. And I think if they release it next year, it's not going to be January or February. I don't think it'll be March or April.
Right.
And I don't think they're willing to let Xbox, because I think
swoop in there first.
Yeah, I think Xbox will definitely be the end of this year, and I don't think the PS5 aren't going to be willing to let them get a few months head start.
No.
Especially we're talking next gen, when now it's all about being 24/7. You know, there's streaming, there's content being produced, there's games going, updating daily and monthly and weekly, and battle passes and everything else. Like kids, teenagers, and even adults aren't going to be willing to wait 6 months to wait for the new PS5. So I think it will be November.
I reckon it adds to the point of having issues with the first set of consoles as well.
What do you mean?
Because if they've only got a limited amount, and they will probably have been rushed as well to get them out in time to compete with the Xbox. So I reckon they're more likely to have issues.
But how many people you think went from the 360 with a red ring went to PlayStation after that?
Yeah,
I went to
that's
PS3.
true. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah, I think
it's a massive put off.
I don't think we can just assume that this console, the pad to the console, is not going to work properly or what. I think it's definitely like a good idea to wait a little bit, see if there is any bad issues.
I reckon on the point of controllers, the PS5's controller is going to be like it's going to be made of premium stuff. It's not going to break or anything because of those issues with Nintendo and PlayStation.
How much do you think the pad will be, though? So if you wanted the second pad to play with
I reckon the pad itself is going to be at least £100.
Yeah, I'm going to say around the £80 benchmark.
How much is a Xbox Pro pad?
120.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be that.
No, do you think so?
I reckon they'll bring out a cheaper version, which will have issues, but the one you get with the console will be the main one.
I reckon minimum 80. Yeah, I agree with Stephen. Minimum 80.
Because
I agree.
It's going to be made of premium like materials, and it's not going to break. I think that's because you're using it constant. They're going to have to.
Yeah, I think these are all like fair points. I mean, like I said, we will see some more. I'm very excited. I mean, I'm gonna just like end it here and get the last thoughts on the event tomorrow. Like, I'll start with you, Stephen. Like, what is it you're looking forward to tomorrow? Because this is like a little mini E3 to me. I'm just looking forward to it.
There's no E3, is there?
Yeah, so this is like my little Sony E3, which let's be honest, Sony have been running E3 for years now. But what are you looking forward to tomorrow, Stephen? Or what you want to show up?
Not anything particular. It's just anything next gen. I'm really excited about.
Yeah. So you're just looking
anything
new
that it sells to me. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're right. I mean, I think Microsoft told us that they were going to show us next gen gameplay, and they didn't. Let's just be honest, they did not show us any kind of gameplay. We're actually going to see what the next gen looks like, and that's exciting, I think. And I think that's what you're looking forward to the most, and just actually seeing what next gen can bring.
Yeah, and what it brings different to like the other markets, like the Xbox and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No,
I agree. I think you're right. I think that is. So I'm looking forward to it.
I changed my release date as well, not 23rd. That's be too late. I'm going to say the 12th of December.
Oh, that sounds good. That though. That sounds
12th of the 12th, 2020.
12 days of Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Colin? What are you looking forward to tomorrow?
I'm looking forward to the games, but I would love them to announce a new IP.
Yes.
Brand new IP.
Yes.
I think that's what's going to make the Xbox me, because if they're bringing new developers on, new IPs.
I agree.
Yeah, so you want to see new IPs, yeah,
even
you
if
are
it's just
right, Colin. Though, do you remember when you was announcing the 360? And we were all getting excited, and obviously they were announcing the PlayStation 3, and games like Gears of War, the brand new IP Gears of War, like look,
yeah,
it was just so like I remember at the time just
it's
being so hyped.
it's how
I've
you
not felt
launch a
like
new
that.
generation is a new IP.
Yeah, new IP, of
Um,
course. Yeah.
and I don't actually know if they're doing anything, but a Naughty Dog working on anything.
Last of Us, I
Last of
guess.
Us, yeah. I
What,
don't. They didn't. They're
It's
not going to
probably going to be
split the fam.
what
DLC.
Last of Us 3?
Two.
No, the one that's coming out. I know it's already finished and stuff, but they'll be finishing up and doing DLC, I'm
I
sure.
reckon, yeah, but I reckon they're gonna like announce the next one, the
Too
next
early.
new thing.
They did when they did Uncharted 3 and Last of Us. They said that they weren't going to split the team like that again. They might have changed their mind to
Yeah,
work on two separate projects, but I think they said they were only going to do one game at a
They've
time.
yeah, they don't have to like split the team like they did with Uncharted and Last of Us. All they've got to do is announce what they're going to be working on for the PS5.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I
think
mean, I think you bring up a good point. I think obviously they're going to announce what launch games and stuff like that, but
it doesn't
I
even have to be a launch game. It's just
no,
something
of
for the
course, yeah.
PS5.
It definitely won't be a large game in my eyes, but yeah, like just a teaser, like this game is in development. We will be making strong, third-party exclusive down the line, sort of thing.
Yeah,
But I do like what your overall opinion is. I love the idea of brand new IP.
it's what launches a generation. I think.
Yeah, I
Like
think
what
that's
didn't
a good point. Mate, what about you, Adam? What are you looking forward to tomorrow?
For me, it would be a new IP. And
Okay.
I think that's the most likely thing that I'm going to get that I want, because I feel like it's going to be very games heavy rather than showing the actual qualities of the console. I think
Yeah,
it's
of
going to be
course,
more
yeah.
focused on games. So a new IP. But I mean, from what I want to see from the PS5 in general, is I want to see a good UI, like a next gen
Yeah.
UI, and I mean that in terms of like connectivity, streaming,
Yeah.
like all the things we mentioned.
Yeah.
And just kind of a more a subscription service or something that gives back to the customers rather than just PS Plus.
The PS Plus
You
games.
have to pay 50, 60, what is it going to be, £70 a year
Yeah.
to play online. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no, that's not enough anymore. So I want some good kind of online subscription service,
Yeah.
a new UI and an IP.
I want to just see a really good social, but really easy though. I don't want to. Well, I want to.
Yeah.
Once you sign up to this, once you sign up here, once you sign up there, it just connects it so fast. To be honest, I'm gonna cheat here. I'm gonna say what all you guys have said. I want to see good IPs. I want to see good easy user face. I want to see the date as well. I do want to see when it comes out. I want to see a confirmation that it is coming out this year. But
Right, what would you do if they're like, and it comes out today?
Shadow dropped it. Well, I go, well.
Like Xbox did that time.
With the All Stars Battle Royale.
It did it the exact same way. The whole time he was talking, there was a PS4 on the table, and then he lifts it up, and there's a PS5 inside it. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the games. I think that's just a simple part of it. I want to see good games. I love to see new IPs for sure. You are right in what I think you said about IPs being the future of games, but I won't mind seeing some good old ones too.
Thank you for listening to the Start Select podcast with me, Colin, Adam, Nathan, and Stephen. GG's.
GG's.
GG's.